Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. If you hear that in the background, that is our new baby girl. She's just kicking in her bouncer right now, and before I put her down for her nap, I thought I'd start this video and finally catch up with you guys. Sorry, she's being so cute right now, just talking to her little toys and kicking them. It has been forever since I've recorded anything. We had her on February 17th. So ever since then, we've just been in total baby mode. Long story short, it's been crazy over here. Sleep is few and far between, but that's to be expected as a parent. So I don't even know like where to begin because it's just been so long, but get ready because this is going to be a chatty vlog. I'm just going to try to catch up with you guys, answer any questions you guys have had since then, and go from there. Just grab a nice little drink and we can chat and catch up together. She actually might need to go down for a nap. It's about that time, so I'm gonna put her down first for her nap and then get back to it. First of all, it feels so crazy to be filming. I'm like so excited. I've been itching to do it, but it just feels like so weird because it's been months. I think my last video was in January. One second, I have to go do something and then I'll be right back. Mom life. Anyways, it feels so crazy to finally record. I've been like itching to get back onto YouTube and do stuff, but being a parent to a newborn is just, it takes a lot of time and energy, and we're like finally in the swing of things. I'm having a little bit more free time. We can put her down for naps and stuff. So I plan on posting regularly on here again. I'm just gonna start with like probably once a week and go from there. So going back from the start, she was born on February 17th and my due date was February 18th. And I think I'm gonna do a separate video for like our birth story and whatnot, but long story short, she was born February 17th and it was wild, but honestly, it was a great experience and I'll tell you all about that more later. So stay tuned. That'll probably be my next video just so I can like tell it while it's still like kind of fresh in my mind. I mean, she was born almost 12 weeks ago now, so it's not that fresh, but I took notes on my phone, so I remembered a good amount. I asked you guys if you had any questions, and I'm gonna get to those later, but just kind of like catch you guys up on what life has been like and everything since becoming a parent, a mom. And it's been crazy, let me tell you. We have a Velcro baby, so for weeks we could not set her down, even like in her bouncer, on her little play mat, anything. Like the instant you set her down, she would cry, like she would freak out. So we've had a little Velcro baby, which takes a lot of work. We had to do like shifts at night because we are not comfortable co-sleeping or anything like that, but we took shifts like holding her at night so she would sleep. Otherwise, if you put her in the crib, she would just scream her head off, and yeah, it was crazy. Things have gotten better too, so we're a little bit more well rested, thankfully, and she's gotten used to the crib and doesn't mind sleeping in it, so like, oh, it's just like a blessing. But I've tried every trick in the book to get her to sleep in the crib before, and really I think it came with age. Like the older she got, she just got a little bit more comfortable being set down. Like she'll sit in her bouncer and play and kick, and it's just like so cute, and she'll like sit on her love every play mat and just like stare up at all her toys and like kick around. It's just really cute. But yeah, I just feel like the older she got, the more comfortable she was being alone, and just been a little Velcro baby. But the older she's gotten, you know, the easier it's kind of been for everyone, and she doesn't mind being alone for a little bit of time now. Not that she's alone, I'm always like sitting with her and watching her. She's just so cute and so precious, and we just are like so happy and in love with her. I don't know, I could just like go on and on about her, and I just want to let you guys know like ahead of time, for her privacy and just like what we're comfortable with, I do not think we're gonna share her face on social media, online, things like that. You'll probably see like the back of her head or like, you know, those kind of angles. Like I'll still include her, but it's not gonna be her face. And I would love to share her name with you guys, but it's very unique, and just for like the safety and privacy of our family, we've decided not to share that either, because I don't know, I just feel like the internet's a weird place and it might be traceable back to us, and I don't know, I just want to keep her safe, long story short. So that's what we've decided as a family that we're comfortable with. just want to give you guys a heads up if you're like, why has she not shown her baby? Or like, why does she not say her name? I'll just say her nickname to you guys so we can just like refer to that. Like, she has 2 little nicknames. One's Poppy and the other one's Rue, because she's like a little kangaroo baby. And Poppy's her nickname since we found out I was pregnant. They like start off as like the size of a poppy seed. So ever since then we called her Poppy. But then after she was born, she kind of got a new nickname of Rue, because she's like the little kangaroo baby. I'll probably refer to her as those names, but they're her nicknames, not her real name. Anyways, yeah, I feel like I could talk forever, so this might be a long vlog, and I'm sorry, but hopefully you enjoy it. If not, I'm not offended. Motherhood has been crazy. I mean, people say you don't get sleep and whatnot, and oh, like it's always like a joke, like catch up on sleep before. Yeah, they mean it, because especially if you have a baby that will not sleep alone in a crib. Like, we had to do shifts. I was basically going to bed at like 6 something at night, 6 to 7, and then Matt would do like a couple hour shift holding her, then I would wake up, hold her for a couple hours, he would sleep, and we would do that back and forth. And then obviously I would have to feed her after so long, change a diaper, yada yada yada, burp her in the middle of the night. So we were kind of running on 5 to 6 hours of sleep each, because Matt's been back at work. So that's why I had to go to bed so early, in order for us to each get 5 to 6 hours and sleeping in shifts. Luckily, we're kind of out of that phase as she's gotten older, and it's a lot better, but man, it was rough. Luckily, we had like love and support of family. Like, my mom cooked so many meals for us, which was amazing, and our families like helped us out when we needed. Newborn stage is just wild. She's still technically in the newborn stage, like until like she's in her like 4th trimester. We both are, until Saturday. It's Wednesday. So it's just like for the first, actually wait, I think it's 3 months, not 12 weeks. Anyways, so we're around the end of it, and things have just gotten like drastically better. She had a period of like colic, so that was really tough. I've also had to change like so many things in my diet, because if I eat certain foods, they just upset her stomach. So that's been crazy too, because if I eat like dairy or anything, she just like poops like crazy. So like I know it upsets her stomach, and I don't know, dairy's like really good, like cheese and Alfredo and ice cream, and breastfeeding has gone really well for us. So I definitely want to keep going, and I don't want to like upset her stomach, so I've like had to cut out several different like foods. I don't eat really like gassy foods, like no beans, no broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, yada yada yada. Kind of like a plain diet over here ish, but we're just rolling with it. I'm happy to sacrifice that so that she's like feeling better. That's kind of been an adjustment, kind of like learning what I can and can't eat, because certain things affect her stomach, and her digestive system's like still developing. So that's kind of that. So yeah, sleep was crazy. Kind of like changing my diet's been a little crazy. We both love being a parent, like we're obsessed with her. She's just like the cutest thing ever, and she smiles so much, and she's just like, I don't know, she's just like full of personality, and she's so stinking cute. We're just obsessed with her. There's like lots of good, like I'm talking about the struggles I've gone through, but honestly, like overall we are thriving. We love being parents to her. Like, she's just so sweet, and everything's just gotten easier the past couple weeks, which everyone says when you get near kind of like the 10 to 12 weeks, like things start to kind of settle down a little bit more. She's crying way less. Like I said, she had like a period of colic and whatnot, but hey, we survived, and I'm just like looking forward to like each day with her, and each like moment. Like, it's just really special, and she just like changes every day. It's crazy. I feel like she gets cuter every day, and she does something like new. Like this past week or so, she always does like tummy time, but she started rolling, and she'll roll from her stomach to her back. And it's so funny because she hates tummy time. So she's like, she figured out if she rolls, she can get out of it. So she's like a little mastermind. I could just talk about her forever. And yeah, I'm sorry. Anyways, as far as like motherhood and like mental health and stuff, like it was a struggle at the beginning, just like not getting a lot of sleep. There's a reason sleep deprivation is used as a form of torture, because man, yeah, not having sleep is just really hard. I just feel like it's hard on my mental health because I was always a person to sleep 8 hours for sure, and that's how I thrive. Like, I'm a high sleep needs person, but slowly over time I've just kind of adjusted and things have gotten so much better, and I had a lot of like anxiety, and I feel like Matt did too, because we're like, oh my gosh, is she like okay? Is she breathing? Like, we're always worried like something's gonna happen to her because she's our baby, like precious, so precious to us. And I don't know, first time parent too, you're just overly sensitive and like, I don't know, hyper vigilant about her. But yeah, we've kind of relaxed there too, and all's good. We found our groove, and we just really love being parents and really like loving where we're at in life right now. I feel like, I don't know, that's kind of like a catch up. We haven't like done a whole bunch. We've really just been surviving the past few months, just life with a newborn and enjoying the snuggles and cuddles and, you know, all her little smiles and reading books to her, and her little bedtime routine is always so cute, and bath time and whatnot, going on walks. So yeah, we've just been taking the time to really just enjoy family time together, and now that we kind of have a better routine and schedule, I'm getting back into YouTube. So it's like a long-winded catch-up of what's been going on. I mean, obviously, I'm sure you guys knew we had the baby and life's just been crazy, and sorry it took me so long to update you guys, but you know, I wasn't gonna come back until I was ready, and it felt right for our family for me to, you know, take time, you know, during her naps and, you know, downtime for me to do this, because I could barely keep up with like house chores. But that's fine, like we're okay with that, and this is like, and this has been like a fun creative outlet for me. So I'm excited to like dive back in, and if you have any, I don't know, requests or anything you want to see from me, any videos you liked before, let me know. I would love your suggestions. But let's get into some of the questions you guys had. Someone just asked, how's motherhood? I think I kind of covered that. I love it. It's definitely hard, and I think it probably depends on your baby too, and their temperament, and kind of like what, I don't know, if they have colic or if they sleep well. Like, I know some babies like sleep great in a crib from the beginning, some don't. Our baby, she's a contact napper, so we just wear her when she naps. She does do some crib naps, so it's kind of like a mix, but she's always done contact naps, so we're like working on the crib naps now. But yeah, motherhood's great. It is tough, but it is very rewarding. I feel like that's like the easiest answer to that, and I kind of like covered motherhood, you know, blabbing on before. Let's see what else. Oh, someone asked how it's going from 2 to 3 in the house. It is, I feel like there's pros and cons, right? Because my husband and I spent so much time together before having our baby, and we're like glued at the hip. We were best friends, and obviously when you have a baby you're gonna have less time with your partner, less time for yourself, and you put a lot more time into taking care of your baby. I mean, I feel like that's kind of obvious, but it's very different like living it versus your expectations of it. So it was really hard at first, but now that we've kind of gotten the swing of things, she has our bedtime routine, she goes to sleep around 7, and then at that point my husband and I have, you know, like an hour or two together before we go to bed. So that's been a game changer. Going from 2 to 3 is definitely an adjustment, but there's definitely a lot of, I feel like there's a lot more pros than cons. Obviously having our baby is just in the house, or just in our lives, is just amazing. Like, you can't explain the love you have for them. It's just overwhelming, and there's so many like moments where she like makes us smile, and I have like a bazillion cute pictures of her, and she's just like the light of our lives. So it's definitely like the best thing ever to go from 2 to 3. And I feel like your relationship with your partner changes, and if you have other kids, I'm sure that changes too, going from 1 to multiple, or, you know, adding another family member. I'm sure it just always changes the family dynamic, but you kind of just go with the flow and figure out what works for you and your partner, and you and your children or child, and kind of go from there. But 2 to 3, like, no regrets. We are loving life over here. And then I also got another question. Are you loving that you're closer to your family now that your baby girl is here? Yes, definitely. The reason we ended up moving closer to family is because I was pregnant. if I wasn't pregnant, we probably would have waited to move, but I wanted help and support, and obviously to share memories with my family. And my husband, he travels for work sometimes too, so I definitely wanted extra help having a baby for the first time and being a first-time mom. So we're definitely a lot happier being closer to family now that she's here. And I'm glad we made the move several months before she was born, because it gave us a chance to like get settled into our home, do a couple repairs, get some furnishings, and kind of get everything ready before she was here rather than after, because I think if we moved after we had her, it would have been pure chaos and the house would be a hot mess. It still is, just because we have a baby, but I try to keep up, but it is hard. Even just, I mean, I feel like before she was here, it's hard to keep up with household chores, and then, you know, adding a baby into the mix, there's just like so much more messes and things just get put to the side and whatnot, but that's okay. Another question I got was, what's the most unexpected part of early motherhood so far? I feel like that's tough. I feel like the most unexpected would just be like how overwhelming it is at first, because you're just like, you're learning everything and you're learning your baby and you know what they need and what their cries mean, and just adjusting to going from taking care of yourself to taking care of a baby. It's really just a lot at the beginning. I feel like once you get in the groove, it's just everything's second nature, and you really like, you know, grow to learn your baby and her needs, and you can definitely like read them. Like I can read her and be like, oh, she's tired, or oh, she's ready to eat, she's bored and she needs to like mix it up, and I need to read a book instead of putting her in the bouncer and blah blah blah. I feel like that's kind of unexpected, is just like how overwhelming it is. In my head I'm like, okay, I expected it, but it's different living it. Also just like, I had never thought of the concept of a baby that wouldn't sleep in a crib or bassinet until we had her, and we tried every trick in the book to get her to sleep independently, and she would not. So we always end up holding her, and then as she got older, we started trying, we just kept trying everything we did before, and eventually started to stick. So I think the most unexpected was just having a Velcro baby who would not sleep on her own. Like she would either sleep on our chest, wearing her, or we would hold her at night. And I feel like that was just crazy. It was just like weird to be up for hours in the middle of the night and keep taking shifts and going to bed so early. Like going to bed when it's still light out is just like, I don't know, it was just wild. But I was so tired, I would just like knock out anyways. But yeah, I think that was really unexpected. But I also think another unexpected part of motherhood is just like how fast your baby grows and changes. Like people say it, they're like, you blink and they're so much bigger, but it's so true. I'm like, oh my gosh, her as a newborn versus now, like she's like huge. And she's grown so much, and she's so much more like interactive, and she just like smiles when she sees us, which is like, oh, it's just like the best feeling. But they just grow and change and develop so quickly. It's literally like you blink and she's already like doing something new, and it just like blows my mind. Someone asked her name, and we're not gonna be sharing that. Like I said before, it's very unique, so I just don't want it to like, I don't know, be traceable somehow. And maybe that's like overboard, but that's just what we feel comfortable with as a family. And then a couple more questions, because I've been talking for like 20 minutes now, and I'm gonna need to cut this back. I'll probably do like just 1 or 2 more questions and then move on. Also, someone's mowing, so I'm so sorry if you can hear that in the background. Someone just said, how are you? I'm great now. At the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, I was not thriving, and it was very hard, and it was just an adjustment to life. And yeah, like I said before, it was very overwhelming, but just like honestly, as each week went on and every day, like things just got better and better, and we just learned her and her cues better, and we just like thrive better as a unity in the family like now. And just like as you grow to learn and understand your baby. But I am just like, I feel more myself. I've been working out, I try to get on walks every day and take her with me, and I just feel like taking care of myself, eating healthier, all the like trifecta of things. I just feel so much more like me, and I'm finding like a balance in life, like taking care of her, but also you know, taking the time to do things for me when she's sleeping, I feel like is just huge. Because someone told me recently, and this just like struck a chord, but you have to take care of yourself in order to take care of your family, take care of your baby, which makes so much sense, because if you're depleted, you're not going to be able to like show up as your best self for, you know, your baby or your husband or just your family as a whole. Also, how mom life is treating me, kind of covered that already. And then, have you been able to maintain minimalism since having a baby? Okay, I'm gonna be honest, minimalism like does not exist in my life right now. Like it honestly takes work to live like a minimalist. Like it's not easy. Like it's easier to buy things and just live your life carefree. And I mean, I know I've been more of like a, I don't know how to say this, like a flexible minimalist. Like I try to be minimal, I try not to buy a lot, like I try to live more simply. But ever since having our baby, that's kind of just like gone out the window. And ever since we bought our house, like we bought furniture and things like that, and I wouldn't say like we have a lot of stuff. It feels like we have a lot of stuff, but we also went from like a 1-2 bedroom apartment to like a several bedroom home. So we have a lot more space to house our things. And lately I'm kind of just like getting out of like the fog of, I just had a baby, and I'm like itching to declutter, which I already have decluttered once. I didn't record it. It was just like for my own peace of mind. I just needed to declutter and just go around the house and like clean up, tidy, get rid of things, blah blah blah. But I miss the minimalist lifestyle and decluttering and just like having less, maintaining less. With a baby though, we've like bought so much, because it's like, well, we were gifted a bunch for baby showers and whatnot, and we also like bought everything under the sun to try to get her to sleep on her own, because we're like, maybe she needs a different swaddle, maybe she needs this, maybe she needs that, and we were just desperate. Maybe she needs a different pacifier. I feel like when you're a parent, you'll literally try anything to get your baby to sleep. So we like fell victim to that. I think it's been really hard, but now that life's kind of like, I don't know, leveling out and we're finding our new normal, I want to get back into that, especially like my clothes and closet. Like I just wore whatever fit. Like I still don't fit all of my pre-pregnancy clothes, and so that's kind of hard to declutter things, because they might not fit me right now, but they'll probably fit me, hopefully. As the months go on. Like I'm not pressuring myself to like lose weight quickly or whatever. I just want to do it in a healthy way and manner, and like if I need to buy clothes that fit me now, that's fine too. I feel like my closet's kind of just like accumulated and gotten to be too much, and there's definitely things I don't wear or use. Same with our house. Long-winded way of saying I feel like I fell off like the minimalist wagon ever since having her and moving, but I want to get back into it because I feel like it just makes your life so much easier, and visually I prefer less clutter and less things, and I don't know, I feel really good when I'm kind of on that like minimalist track. But I don't think I'd ever say I'm an extreme minimalist. I think I don't know, it's minimalism's like a spectrum, and I try to, I don't know, find that balance for us, like what's too much, what don't we really need, and what we do need. And I don't know, I'm like going off on a really long tangent, but long story short, miss kind of being more of a minimalist and want to get back into it. Probably gonna do like a whole house declutter, just to kind of like dip my toe back into it and see what I can get rid of, because I feel like there's too much in this house and there's a lot we probably don't use or need, and I really love that you can just donate it and someone else can, you know, take that item that collected dust in your home and they will like use it so much and love it, and I don't know, it has like a second life. Long story short, I think it's hard to be minimalist when you become a parent. It hasn't been my focus, and like I said, we got a lot of gifts for her. I'm gonna start dipping my toe back into that realm because I miss it, and I miss the simplicity. I miss having to like clean, organize, deal with less stuff. So stay tuned. We'll probably do like a declutter or something soon, and I definitely want to refocus on living a more simple and minimalist life. Not to an extreme, but like what our family is comfortable with. Hope that makes sense. Anyways, okay, it's almost been like a half hour of me blabbing, and I'm so sorry. If you made it this long, leave like a little pink heart emoji, comment below so I know you like made it to the end. But thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to recording more, sharing more content with you guys, and just like being back on YouTube and sharing my life and whatnot. I really missed it and miss sharing with you guys. And again, if you guys have any requests, leave them below. And yeah, that's my little chatty catch up. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.